The first question, sir, is a very, very interesting question. And it actually is about the airstrikes or surgical strikes which were done before. So the students are very, very keen on knowing that you might be there in the war room while monitoring the entire situation, minute by minute maybe. So what was going in your mind, and whether at any point of time you had the fear of actually or have a feeling, I had a feeling that the decision may go wrong, or or you have taken the wrong decision. So sir, what was your psyche at that moment?
Well, I can't go into the specifics of many operations or this particular operation, but I'll tell you one thing. We are all human beings, and human brain, human psyche, human this thing operates almost similarly. The difference is how do you respond to it.
Very true.
It's just like the rainfall. It falls on all of us evenly. But with some people can catch cold, some people are better clad, some people have got the raincoat, some people have this thing. So the important thing is, whenever you take major decisions, whenever you take vital decisions, there is always a sense of anxiety, uncertainty, because you are not a crystal gazer, you cannot tell the future. And you get to know whether the decision was right or wrong only after the event is over. So the die has been cast. But more important thing is, how do you cope with that? How do you plan for that? Now, the way I can tell you is this, that is, if I take a decision, I work out a worst case scenario. I will say, if everything goes wrong, what will happen? And then you find that, okay, if everything goes wrong, what can happen is affordable. You may get a little bad press, you may get some bad media, but nation won't suffer. Maybe sometimes we may lose some lives, it doesn't matter. But we can manage with that, the country can bear that shock. After having worked out the worst case scenario, you try to improve on that. That is, how do I see, that is, if I buy a lottery ticket, or if I say that if I'm going to do a job, it's going to cost me 500 rupees if it is wrong. But I say, how can I reduce the cost? So you start making preparations to make it more affordable till you bring it to the point where you think that the risk is worth taking, which requires time, which requires preparation, which at times in our job requires technology, superior intelligence, and all these things. So the point I was trying to make is that to deal with fear, articulate that fear in specific words, and you will find the fear is not very big. It is not as big as you are really worried about. It is much less than that. Not only that, you can further reduce it through a preparations, through a better knowledge, through a better understanding, and through hard work. Then another important thing is that for vital decisions, you must have a contingency plan. That is the fallback position. If things, whatever you do, a situation gets changed. Now, that situation is a new situation that you have to cope with. And if you have got to cope with that situation, that is what we say is the new contingency. It can be favorable, it can be unfavorable. Say you are talking about this operation of Balakot. Now, thereafter the media is this thing. Well, this is a new situation. It's a favorable situation, but still a new situation. So you plan with it, that how will you do the perception management? Or then there will be an international decision. So you will work out, that is, what will be your contingency plans. After the old one is over, favorable or unfavorable, a new situation will emerge, and then you have got to deal with that. So I think thereafter, the fear level becomes very low. You know that when you have cattle for it. you know that you are prepared for it. You know that you have got the requisite talent, knowledge, resources, and everything has been lined up. Come what may, and we will deal with it.